All right, problem number 43 on section 6.3 tells us to use the Pythagorean theorem to find x in each right triangle. Okay, so this kind of harkens back to geometry last year. We know the Pythagorean theorem says if we take the two legs and we square them and we add them together, we get the hypotenuse squared. Well, what's our hypotenuse in this diagram? It's x, so let's just call it x squared. So that means my two legs are this 10 and this square root of 2. So it's going to be 10 squared plus square root of 2 squared. Okay. So what's 10 squared? It's 100. What's square root of 2 squared? It's just 2. And then we have x squared. So 102 is equal to x squared. Now if I want to find the length, I could square root both sides. Normally when I square root both sides, I'd put a plus or minus out here. But we know we don't want a negative length because we're talking about a length of a side of a triangle. We can't have a negative length. So we'll only put a positive out in front. We won't even bother. We won't bother putting the plus or minus here, though we could. We get the square root of 102. And let's see, maybe you think, well, maybe that simplifies. Well, 51 times 2 is 102, and I think 3 goes into 51 17 times. Those are all prime numbers, aren't they? There's not going to be anything reduced out of this. So the answer is the square root of 102. We're going to give the answer exactly. The book answer key gives it exactly. And you should always give the exact answer unless you're asked to round it or give it to the nearest decimal place. And that way, that's another way they'll tell you they want you to round it.